Connecting with my cotters, now I got them raving high, I'm big on lines. Hello, de nata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect a demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Quay Walker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to...
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Packers defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From midfield, here's Tua. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Short throw caught by Pitts. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a 2nd and 6. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings first down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Running right, Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost.
And right away he lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Purdy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Play action. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Vikings coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy targets and finds Reynolds once more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mason. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Tua. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Richard on the return. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On first down, it's Purdy. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Purdy now to throw. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Short throw caught by Pitts. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle, Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Tua now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And currently, they are tied with the visiting Bills in that one. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Tua going to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The give is to Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That is caught. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Vikings. Drake London, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Purdy. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing here, Purdy. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Vikings. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Tua. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it, fighting to stay upright. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Tua to throw again. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Purdy, big 4th down play. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Now Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Purdy looking to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Over the middle, caught by London. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Vikings, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.